think angels took this person that I spoke to and showed her a possible scenario for America, and it was all destroyed by mostly by nuclear conflict. But it seemed to be that it's in your hands, it's in the American people's hands. I saw a vision, and it was a spiritual figure, it was a dark figure, but I was able to see also the formation of a dragon-like creature, just like in the book of Revelation, and its heads and its crowns, were kings. There was 10 kings, and I saw a map of Europe, North Africa, part of the Middle East, and this dragon was inhabiting spiritually these kings and all these empires. And there was one man that seemed to be in control of it all at that time, and he was causing bodies. And I saw a picture of Jerusalem at that time, and it was in such turmoil, and there was bodies piled up like high buildings. And there was another vision that I saw, and it was me. It was the end days, and I was walking through a field, and I was looking upon names that Yahweh had caused me to prune certain congregations spiritually. Okay, and I actually saw the names of the people, and then I began to witness the resurrection, people coming out of the graves. And I was also taken in the spirit, and I was shown a massive house, and it seemed to be of Judah. The name of Yehuda seemed to be there, and there seemed to be. I walked in the door, and I heard a screech and a scream of this. Seemed to be like an older woman in a room, and I don't know what was happening, but she was making such an unholy noise, and it was very scary indeed. So I turned, and I saw what looked like a nurse standing at the door, and there was kind of a look of horror on her face of what was happening, and she looked at me, and I just basically stayed at the door, and I believe I witnessed about Yahshua, and then something else happened. But I got several dreams like this at my baptism to show me about the state of the church, the state of Judah, the state of Israel, and so on. Now, if you're a Christian or Messianic believer that's considering going to Israel, do you know that there's probably a good chance that you'll have to die? Because if you read Zechariah 14, the Antichrist will actually pretty much, and does pretty much, own Israel. I'm not saying that it's the Father's will to bring Israel about. So there's no doubt about that, because that's a prophetic occurrence that has happened. But what I'm actually saying is that the Antichrist will be allowed power throughout all the earth, and I think his main base will end up being in Jerusalem, and he will cause millions of people, Jews, Arabs alike, I guess those that just simply reject or that won't worship him as God. It says this in Thessalonians and in Daniel, will be killed. So it'll be Jews, Christians, Arabs alike will just be killed, and there will be an elect left, that when abomination of desolation is set up, as spoken of by Daniel the prophet, you'll have to take off and live in the hills, brothers and sisters, just as it may be like that in the other nations as well. It will certainly be like that in Israel and Judah. So those that are considering going to Israel, know that you're really, it's got to be the Father's plan for you to go. And it is good that you pray about that, about going to Israel, because I do believe that there'll be a large body of people that'll be going there. As the days increase, as the nation's tension gathers around the nation of Israel, we know this. It's written in Zechariah 14, and so again, I just hope these thoughts have and things that I've shared with you today will bless you in your walk. So Shabbat Shalom to you in the name of Yahshua.